Hi, welcome to Cowtown Colorworks. I'm Lori, otherwise known as My Cat Pearl on Instagram and Ravelry. And that's MyCatPurl. I'm looking at a candle that's burning. My cat is driving me nuts. I'm coming to you from Columbus, Ohio, or right outside of actually, where I'm residing with my cat Wellington. And he's sitting over here. He's a little lonely today. Today is Monday, January 23rd, 2017, and this is episode number 37. So today we're going to talk about, I do have some finished objects, which I don't think I showed you the other one, but if I did, you can see it again. Some works in progress, a little bit of stash, and life in Ohio. And crazy hair after work today. So what's going on in Ohio? Wham. Okay, come here, baby. Sorry, he's trying to jump up here, and he's not going to stop until I let him up. What's going on in Ohio? Well, it was 50 degrees today, as you can tell by my short sleeve, silky little shirt. It's been in the 60s all week. It's a little chilly, though, because it's rainy. It's a rainy 50. I guess we're going to get snow on Friday and then sub-freezing temperatures on Saturday, so typical weather for the Midwest, I suppose. Anything else going on? Not really. My best friend came down to visit this weekend to help me. We've had to move my mom to the hospice center, and my friend came down to help me kind of get my house together and see my mom, you know, and have some opportunity to visit before her cancer progresses. You know, there's not much they can do, but we can make her as comfortable as possible, and that's kind of where we're at right now. You know, so my family's been spending a lot of time there visiting with her and helping her transition. It just became unsafe for me to have her at home, and quite frankly, her pain level was so much that we weren't really able to manage it at home. I'm just trying to keep him out of my face, to be honest. Ow! Sorry. Okay. Here we go. There you go. Ouch! He has very long claws. He's kind of needy. He's missing my mom right now. Anything else exciting going on? It's January, so in my world, I'm trying to organize my house. I've been spending a lot of time at the dollar store and Target getting little storage containers and kind of rearranging my craft space and my upstairs. I want to get my cabinets clean, get rid of some foods that aren't really good for me and I don't tend to eat, and get ready. It's, you know, it's after the new year. It's that time. I did get Christmas put away, and that was a couple weeks ago. But I'm just trying a fresh new year, a new start. If you haven't been to the Dollar Tree, they have fabulous storage containers. I'm a little thirsty tonight. So I don't really feel like there's much else going on. I did dye up some yarn. I'm looking at it. It's so pretty. It's more like a Valentine blend. It's a little pinky red, black, and gray. I'm going to join the mystery knit along that Helen Stewart came out with. Snow Melt, I think it's called. Melting Snow, something about snow. What's it called? I know it's Helen Stewart. Curious Handmaids. I'm going to look. I have my phone. I'm checking my email because I did purchase it. Helen Stewart Designs. Snow Melt Shawl Knit Along. Snow Melt. It hasn't started yet, but I did purchase it today, and I believe it takes 3 skeins of fingering weight yarn, which I have dyed up for this. I happen to have 3 skeins of Felice from Knit Picks. I love Felice. After I knitted my mittens with it, and so I decided to go ahead and buy the bear and dyed it, and I can't wait. I'll show it to you the next time. It's not dry, so I can't skein it up. So I'm kind of getting back into that, getting into my crafting. I want to start making my bags and open my shop back up. I mean, it's not closed. I just don't have anything in there. You know, being a caregiver is difficult. And now I seem to have a little more free time. Okay, so let's look at some finished objects. So excited. And this one, it's a finished object and it's also a work in progress. And this is a free pattern on Ravelry by Eileen Casey Creations. It's Mo Chua, My Heart. I think it's in French. It's a washcloth. And it's for Valentine's Day. And so I knitted it up. I'm not sure if you can see, but it's moss stitch here, and then it's double moss in the center of the heart. Let me see if I can get a good picture of that. Possibly. And this is made out of some red sugar and cream, just plain. And it took, I think, about, it's 113 grams, and I think it takes about half. So I should be able to make a second washcloth out of this. And I love it. It's so fun. And I'm not sure if I'll use it or not, but I'm definitely will put it out on my countertop. Maybe in my bathroom down here. I might use it. I don't know. Or use it in the bathroom. For like a washcloth for my face. Take my makeup off or something. I don't know. So that's it. I haven't sewn in my ends yet. But this is certainly nice, fun. Like somehow I got off a row, but it's a washcloth. I don't really care. So I decided to make a red one, and then I cast on this pink color. I don't know if these things have colors. It's 4-ply. Pink Rose. This is Pink Rose, and this is just red. I like this as Pepto-Bismol. And I just started, but what I'm going to do is for a complementary washcloth, because I don't want to do the heart again necessarily. So I'm just going to do one whole washcloth, dishcloth out of this pink color. And I'm going to do the whole thing in this moss. Moss or seed? I feel like that's the same thing. You know, you knit the pearls and purl the knits. There you go. You can see it. I don't really feel like this has great stitch. I mean, it does, but I don't know that you can see it necessarily. But it's 100% cotton if you've never worked with it. And it's good for dishcloths, washcloths. I mean, it holds its shape. You know, we'll use it. It can go through the laundry, throw it in the dryer. Wouldn't bleach them, but I mean, if you want to, you can. It's just going to get faded a little bit. So this will be my complimentary for Valentine's Day. I didn't see gray. I really like black too, but I'm not sure that I want to knit a black washcloth. So, ooh, I have a big old knot in my yarn. And that's not good. So let's see if we can pull it through. Somehow I got a knot in it. Okay, there we go. So, that's a work in progress, and this is just totally something I can take to work. Do it at lunchtime, sit in the hospital or the hospice center visiting with my mom, and knit on that. I don't need the pattern with this, because this is just the seat stitch one. So I'll put this behind me. I'm trying to stay organized in my craft space. So I put all of my patterns in this, which is a 3-stack like inbox for my old office, but I put folders in the bottom that is holding any patterns that I have printed that I might want to redo, and then the middle one is just loose paper, and the top is just extra kind of bits and pieces. So I enjoy this. We're not near Valentine's Day quite yet, so I won't need to rush. Now this I've shown you, and I know I showed it to you when I finished it, and I might have even showed it to you when I blocked it, but I have since received the buttons in the mail that I ordered. Oh my god, this is so cute. And this is Olive to You, and I'm sorry, I don't remember who the pattern is by, but it was also free on Ravelry, and it's OLIVE to You, and it's just a little baby. This is 0 to 3 months with this sweet little cable down the front, and then I ordered these tiny little brown wooden buttons. It's a little boy that it's for. I did make the arms a little longer than suggested, because I feel like sometimes babies grow out of their clothes because their arms are shorter. And then I made it a little longer as well. Same reason. And I also wanted to finish the whole pattern twice. You know what I'm like, if you can see here, here, and here, I didn't want to stop at mid. And then, oh my gosh, I made this sweet little beanie. Oh my Lord, this is the cutest little newborn beanie. And I went ahead and accented it with 2 of the little buttons just to match the little outfit. So, let's see if you can see it together. So cute. And with the babies due in March, I'm fairly certain that they'll get use out of this little hat and this little sweater. And it just has the 4 buttons, and so the belly is, you know, they can, and it's off-centered. Oh, I love this. So, there. Oh, that's really good view of it. And with the little, there you go. So I need to decide if this is going to be it and wrap it up, or if I'm going, oh, you're okay, buddy, if I'm going to purchase something else and put it in the package. So that also is, that's my finished objects for today, so for the week. And all I really did was knit the hat and then sew the buttons on. And then I have some works in progress. I know, buddy. This is my, I don't know if I told you, I've been called for jury duty. I'm on the grand jury in the county that I live in. Now, I know, baby. In my county, for grand jury, you serve for 4 months, a 4-month term. So we go every Friday in the morning, and usually we get out by 1 or 2 o'clock. And what we do is we work with the prosecuting attorney's office, so we hear cases that the police would like to have prosecuted, or that the attorneys would like to have prosecuted, and we have to hear witnesses and the prosecutor side to see if, you know, if there is enough evidence to warrant going to trial. The last couple weeks we've heard like 13 and 14 cases. So, while I'm sitting here listening, I am knitting socks. And I feel like this was a sock blank, and I showed it to you when I dyed it. I probably talked about this in the last episode, that it is definitely thicker, and I went ahead and cast on 72 stitches because I'm thinking this is a nice thick yarn. I want more of a slipper than a sock. So I cast on 72 stitches, and I think it's going to be plenty big for my feetsies. And this is a sock blank. I love these colors. It's like some fuchsia and purples and light blues. And what I did is I just laid the sock blank out, and I mean, I saturated that sock blank. So I really wanted a little more negative, a little, you know, natural, but this is okay. It's almost speckled in the reverse order, if you can see this yarn. Not really. Well, maybe a little bit. So then what I did, because I like to knit my socks tandem, I don't necessarily knit 2 at a time, but I'm working on 2 at the same time. And also, I really couldn't figure out how to knit socks. What is going on here? Out of a sock blank that was woven double. It was woven together. So I ended up unscanning the sock blank and putting it in 2 little balls. Maybe you can get a better look at the yarn this way. Yeah, I love it. That's pretty good representation as well. The hot pink and the blues and the purple. So this is really fun, and I think it'll make some super warm slippers. And while I'm sitting there, there's really nothing going on. So I did a pretty short cuff. You know, I did the 2x2 rib and then the cuff here. And now I'm working on the heel flap on this one, and then I'll work on the other one, and then I'll turn and do the gusset at home. That's not something I'll try to do while sitting well, it's a meeting room actually at the prosecutor's office, but I can definitely do the knitting in the round on my double points. So I'm working on these. I figure they'll be done here in a couple weeks, and then I don't know what I'll do. Maybe I'll bring my shawl that I'm going to start, but we'll see. But for now, I have two pretty warm, squishy socks that I'm working on. And then the other project I'm working on, I feel like this was a free pattern too. The Helen Stewart was not free. That was $5.13 US, which is on sale right now. But this was in Picnic Knits. It's called the Snappy Hat by Corina Ferguson. And she published it on Picnic Knits. And again, it's free on Ravelry. And it's a cable knit chunky hat. And I am using Knit Picks Wool of the Andes in Bulky Weight Cadet is the colorway. And this is it. I have just finished the main body of the hat. And this is the squishiest, kind of greenish, kind of gray. It's more gray than green for sure. Cable knit hat. I'm going to try to put it on, but then I'm going to have crazy hair. But, you know, whatever. I love this hat. And then I'm going to have about another inch up here. It's super soft and super warm, and it's going to cover my ears. And then I'm going to put a pom-pom on the top. Ooh, okay, that's not too bad. I'm going to get a faux fur pom-pom for the top. I don't know what color yet. Super easy. I mean, if you've not done a cable pattern before, I would start with something like this. And this is so easy. It's literally one row of cable and then 5 rows of knits and 2 purls. That's it. So only one row, you know, everywhere there's a cable, obviously. I have a cable row, and now I'm going to start the decrease, and there is 9 more rows. So really, about 1 more cable twist to it. And then I'll block it. Maybe. I really feel like these are knit on Knit Picks 10.5. They're nickel plated, which I like. I don't like how short the needle is. This is a very short needle. You can see that. I mean, we're looking at this needle is like 2.5 inches long. And with chunky yarn, I feel like it's a little short, but I'll live. Pretty soon I'm going to have to put it on the double points. Anyway, you know, maybe I'll have a little bit of room on here to decrease. But I'm going to have to move it, and I'm not real comfortable. I could magic loop. I've done it before with hats. It's just not a favorite, and I feel like it tears up my needle cord, especially on a shorter cord like this. So I'll just do a couple rounds of the decrease and then transfer it over. I think if I knit this hat again, which I think I might because I'm thinking a lot tonight, I would do the ribbing on a size smaller, maybe 9.5 or a 10. It's fine. It'll fit my head, but aesthetically, I like it when it looks smaller, tighter in the knit, you know, in the ribbing. But it's fine, and I love this, and it is so squishy. I love it. And I love this yarn. I had not worked with it before, and I don't think it's superwash. I lost my, oh no I didn't. I buried it. I gotta keep that with it. I always lose my patterns. I don't believe this is superwash. It doesn't say that it is. It just is 100% Peruvian Highland wool. So that's kind of interesting, but it's soft. I mean, it's really soft and squishy, so it's pretty. It's a bulky. So I enjoy this one. It's going to be a short one tonight, by the way. I haven't had a lot of brain capacity lately to do much. Oops. And then I'm working still on my scrappy yarn blanket in the corner to corner. I did throw a couple, this is left over from my Pure Joy I just finished in here because I took it with me the other day to work on it, but I didn't pull it out at the hospice center. Ooh, where am I at? I'm just trying to figure out, I don't want to pull out my stitch. Okay, so I finished this row. And it's growing. I mean, it's a pretty, and it will go like, the stripes will be diagonal when I'm finished. I will tell you, I love the drape. You know, it's not a super thick, because it's made with, you know, sock weight and fingering weight yarn. And I don't know that it'll be super warm. Maybe it's a couch thing, but I really want it for the look of it. And I think I've added just one row, or I just started working on this one, the purple and the green row. So I've really only done like 4 rows, I think, since the last time. I need to put a progress keeper on here. Is this a progress keeper? No. I will find a progress keeper and put it on here. Get my little bowl out and see if I have one in here. I know I have them all over the place. I just do not exactly know where. Here's a little doggy one that I made for my niece for Christmas in her little set. I think I show them to you, but it's all dog themed. There's bones, this little heart that says I love my dog, a little paw print, and then these progress keepers look like her dog. There. I made myself a set as well. So I'm going to put this on here. You're my witness. So I will know the next time around where I was. Okay, so here it is. And I think it's a fair amount. I mean, honestly, if I stopped it right now, it'd be a very generous baby blanket. But I want it for a people blanket. So I'm just leaving it in here. And I am using, if I can find my hook, this is a boy hook. Yep. And it's rubber. So it's really comfy. Oh, yeah. And this is a E 3.5 millimeter hook. So it's pretty small. So if you're looking to see what size hook, that's what I'm choosing to use. And I like the stitches that it's making. And I also, my brain is not functioning. And there's a name for what this is. You know, this is thicker. It's a little more stiff. It doesn't have a good, you know what word I'm looking for. I need to have some coffee tonight. So that is it for my knitting. Like I said, I'm going to be casting on the Snow Melt by Helen Stewart. I'm not sure when the pattern's coming. I think within the next couple days. I was trying to remember where that went. And cast that on. As soon as my yarn is dyed up, I will of course post it to Instagram. And then I'll have it next week. Or next podcast. Now, I'm not sure if I feel like I did show you these yarns I got for my blanket. Oh, I love this color. This is Serenity. Joanne was having a good sale. It's $1.99. And this color is Violas. And it's grays and purples. Super pretty. And then I got purple. I got an olive green. I got a burgundy. Because I feel like I have a lot of pattern yarn, but I needed some solid. And then I bought a pattern too. And they were $1.99. And then I got my one for my blanket. Although I don't know, this might be a pair of socks, to be honest, or a scrappy mitten. From the Grocery Girl podcast. And sock yarn swappers with, I believe, is A Life Full of Laughter with the Leading Men Fiber Arts. It's 40 yard mini. So I think there are, I don't know how many are in, how many yards are on each, which is a kind of another reason I'm a little nervous. I think they're 40 each, so this should be one skein because there's 10 minis in here. And I don't know what color is what, but I'm just going to show you my favorites. I love this one. Let me see if you can get it good. It's like purples and some sage. Oh, so pretty. That one, and then this one, I'm going to assume... I don't know. Eternal Kiss, maybe? I'm not sure. But, because I have a list of the colors, but there's nothing that tells me which color is which. And I could go out there and figure it out, but I probably won't. But, this is totally Ohio State colors, if you ask me. It's red, black, and gray, and white. Ugh, love it. And I'm not sure if any of these are self-striping. This one is so pretty, too. And this was mentioned on the Grocery Girl podcast, and I went into their group in Ravelry and signed up for it. But she also says, check out Sock Yarn Swappers group on Ravelry for lots more great mini skeins, swapless swaps. And if you're looking for ready-to-ship mini skeins, head over to www.sockyarnswappers.etsy.com, and she sells mini skeins. Oh, this one's like Valentine-y. Little orange in there. This one is interesting. It's like blues and greens and gray. This is fun. It's browns and blacks. This is like a burgundy. Maybe that's Eternal Kiss. I don't know. This is a brown. And this is like a green. Oh, I love green. So I don't know what I'm going to do with these. I mean, I could totally put them in my blanket. And I really could just make a magic ball, to be honest with you, out of them. Or I could make two magic cakes, two magic balls, and do socks. Or I can just squeeze them. It's very nice yarn. I don't know much about the yarn. I've never ordered from them, but I have. There's a couple that I wanted to order, and I'm debating it. I love this one. Go Birds. So I'm kind of worried because I feel like this is 15 grams, and I haven't weighed these. But if they should be 10 grams. And on my blanket, even at the size it is now, one of these only really goes, I can get about 2 rows out of it. So I should be able to get at least a row out of these. So I haven't decided. If you have an opinion, leave a message. I don't know. I love these. And I think they would be super fun in my blanket. Although, I could also make some little mini stockings for Christmas. I just love this. This is going to be a mini stocking. I can tell right now. Mini stocking is going to be made out of this. Faux show. And maybe my Buckeye colors. So these are going to... Okay, I just decided. Look at us making decisions. I have just decided that these two are going to be little ornaments for my tree or decorations for Christmas. They're going to be little mini socks or toys for my cat. But mark my words, they're going to be little mini socks. And here's my bag that has my some of my 4 of my size 0 that I've been using to make my little mini socks. So these and this needle in here. So exciting. So exciting. Now let's see if I have any more size 0s in here. Because I feel like I do. And we'll just put all the 0s in one bag, right? Call it. Because some of these in here are not size 0. Let's see, are these 0s? Oh, I'm a mess. Guys, I'm a mess. I have all these needles. I know that's a 0, but are you the same size? Why, yes, you're not. Nope. That's a 0. What are you? And I love that this is a 1. I think. Alright, well I'm going to figure out what these needles are because you don't want to sit here and watch me for 10 minutes trying to figure out what size my DPNs are. But I will figure it out. And I will see you next time. Happy knitting! Good night!